Alright everybody, we are back for the top 8 of tonight's Friday Night Magic tournament from Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. Quarterfinal matchup between Chris Harless on the left playing an Izzet deck, and I don't know anything more about it than that. And he's playing against Justin Harper, who's playing a green-white creature-based deck. So, so we see a first turn at Niv Magus Elemental.
He seems good.
He seems good. I'm not sure how good he is. I
think you'd prefer a Delver.
You have to build around him. It depends on the deck you're playing, whether or not. Let me go explain to the. I gotta explain how the. My bad.
More technical difficulties coming from Lost Legion Games and Comics.
Alright. Another one of my high production value mistakes. I just forgot to tell him how it works. I'm Zachary Evans. I'm joined by Brett Rose and Brandon Hart. What place did you get, Brandon?
9th.
It's the worst.
Fractions of points.
At 3-2, I imagine, right?
I lost to Michael. Yeah, I think if Adam would have won, I would have got in. But he drew like a brick.
Yeah.
Like the cool guy that he is.
Oh, look at does Chris? He's playing with the Steam Vents playmat. Is that new? Is that the newer Steam Vents or is that the old Steam Vents?
They came out with 5 playmats. They're all the 5 Ravnica Ghoul lands.
Okay, that's cool. You just bought. I mean, they're just for sale. They're not like special
No,
thing.
they're not anything special. I think he has them all in the case up front.
Oh.
I've seen they're actually really awesome.
Oh, I forgot about that. We see Ash Zealot get in there, so getting in
I love
for.
seeing the remains of your infect deck in here.
Justin trying to resolve, was it a Timberland guide? Seems a little underwhelming. That card seems much better. Strangleroot Guys. I'm not sure he can attack with Strangleroot Guys. The Elemental has flying, doesn't it? And yeah, Niv Magus Elemental has flying, right?
I don't think so.
I just heard Justin say that he doesn't know why he didn't attack, so I think it was just a mistake. I didn't know if there was some kind of like strategic reason why he wasn't attacking, because he's not going to be able to trade with the Ash Zealot, because it's get first strike, right?
Yeah, it has double strike, doesn't it? Got just so many multicolored cards in this one.
Be Wild Beastmaster.
What's the name of the card that you said has 5?
Niv Magus Elemental. I don't think it does. Very interesting there. We saw Chris cast some Mizium Mortars, but then exile it to his Niv Magus. I'm not sure I would have done that. I think I might have.
Just killed off.
I might have mortared the guy and then attacked with just the. Okay, well he's going to get. Is that a foil mortars? I need to go talk to Chris Harless about getting this foil mortars from a cube.
So is it an instant include in cubes?
Huh?
The mortars?
Depends on the size of your cube. It's there's a lot of those kind of red sweeper effects. Most of them are 2 or 3. But what is that? I do not know what that card is.
That looks like.
Neither does Justin. Do you know what that card is, Brandon?
It is not a flyer.
What card? The
The
one.
flyer card is the Guild Mage, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like the Guild Mage.
It costs 5?
It should only cost 2. All of them do.
Is it Mercurial Chemister? That's what chat suggests.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, there we go.
Blue tap, draw 2 cards. Red tap, discard.
Then draw it, and he can loot. So, interesting.
So there's that Wolf here coming down.
I think it might be a little bit too late here. He's representing lethal on board. Well, he's only at 4. He can attack for 5. So don't really know what
What we're still doing here?
I think Justin pointing out that he was dead on board. Oh, this one's quick. We might be able to get Max and Michael on camera. Regardless.
Think about it for a little bit. I got it.
Because No, it's alright. I feel like even if Chris doesn't win the second game, Justin's deck is going to win in a comparably fast fashion. So. going back to, this is one thing, we've talked about this giveaway we do every week, and so those of you who are on the stream have probably tired of me talking about it, but, one group of people, yeah, Brett's in there, he does it every week. He's a dedicated Twitter follower and retweeter. But, one group of people that I think we're overlooking, there are people watching this on YouTube, and these videos usually go up 2 days after. So there's a solid 4 to 5 day window where you can watch the archives on YouTube and still get in on the giveaway. All you have to do is follow me on Twitter. Find the tweets that I make every week regarding the giveaway, posted during the second round of every Friday Night Magic.
Are we still just giving away the awesome rock, paper, scissors?
We are still giving those away. I have reloaded on copies. This is very exciting, though. I have not yet mentioned this, but JB told me earlier today that he was willing to offer additional prize support if we wanted to give stuff away. So look for even better giveaways in the future.
What I've just heard was randomly give away $50,000 to someone who subscribes.
Listening to a different podcast stream than the one we are giving it.
I feel like Scott Driver he keeps this thing going. Mm-hmm. Keeps it alive.
So, did either of these gentlemen sideboard? So. These two gentlemen, I don't know where they fell into the top 8. Although I did get to announce the top 8. Did you hear that?
That was, yeah, I was standing right next to you.
That's a first. I was ignoring you because I was so focused on the announcing.
You were JB for...
I was JB for a few minutes.
2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and remove the screen region. There's no reason to have a timer. These are untimed rounds.
I'm going to build the slowest, clunkiest, stall deck there is, just to punish JB for not timing the top 8.
Well, just to consult Dave Brown from round 1 and his Turbo Fog deck.
I'll play that.
I would love to make a Turbo Fog deck. We tried during Innistrad block, but it just
it's good right now.
it was hard to win. There was no way of really winning the game.
There's 16 to 20 fog effects plus Cameo and all the tap down effects. It's definitely possible.
It's very possible to go to time every round too, and be hated by everyone in your community.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to win with it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
named Pumpin' Ballers just subscribed to my YouTube account, so thank you, Pumpin' Ballers, for your support.
Solid name.
I will have to say, we don't do a lot of post-editing on the, and by we I mean me, we don't do a lot of post-editing on the videos we put on YouTube, but there is a lot of content up there, and it's very fun for me as someone who does consume a lot of Magic video content on the internet. It's very fun and rewarding to watch an entire deck from entire tournament from start to finish, to see who makes their way up. So,
you know what's going to be even more fun and rewarding?
What's that?
Watching an entire states unfold.
And watching someone become West Virginia state champion from probably round 2 and beyond. We are going to skip one round to give ourselves the opportunity to set up. And
if we skip anything, it's going to be the last round.
We're just going to skip the finals.
So that way we leave everyone.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to Applebee's. We will not go to Applebee's.
We gotta get our better choices.
Never in my life will I voluntarily go to Applebee's.
This isn't even close.
Not an inadvertent sponsor of the show, Applebee's.
This is not even close at all.
No, I don't know. I mean, I know there are good cards in Justin's deck. It's just a matter of whether or not.
I watched him put it together right before we started.
What's in the...
But they're all those green-white cards are even the bad ones, quote-unquote, are still good. They're tons of value. That Centaur Healer, it's a 3/3 for 3 that gains you 3 life, is incredibly important and relevant in this kind of aggro metagame.
Fun fact, I traded Chris Harless a mid-visit to the Draco Genius for a Hallowed Fountain.
Seems good.
I liked it.
Mid-visit's fun.
And he thought, he made me feel bad about it.
I feel like he just won there.
He did do very, very well.
Hey, see that guy? Far forward.
Yeah. So, that went a lot quicker than we expected. We did want to get these guys on camera because they had been waiting patiently, even though they had good records earlier in the night. We wanted to make sure that we gave them a chance. But Chris Harless advances to the top 4 with his Izzet deck. We're going to take a quick break here, go silent while I try to dig you up another match to move over into the feature match area. So while we're away, look at this.
Six of those. That was convenient.
Alright guys, we are back. We have found, just as I walked out there, I saw Maxx and Michael shuffling up for their Game 3, which I was very surprised at because it's not unusual for Michael to win very quickly, but for Maxx to have got one game to the good in the same time frame as the Izzet guy who smashed his opponent in 2 quick games. Very unusual.
It was probably like 3/4 of the time for Max's win and a third of the time for Zombies' crush.
Yeah, I think Maxx did say, I'm sure he's using some hyperbole, but he did say that Michael beat him in about 3 turns.
Yeah.
So, one of the more aggressive starts from Michael, even though his deck is a little bit more mid-range, like we showed earlier during our deck tech in round 1. He does have some, he is playing 8 1-drops, he can get after it. Looks like Maxx is going down to 6. Both these players are on 1 win. This is Game 3, I'll make the note here, but we are seeing the decider here. Maxx playing 4-color control, which we saw in round 5. If you want to go back and watch him, Ultimate Tamiyo, then Ultimate Nicobol's Planeswalker. Seems like a pretty good day at the races, but Michael leads off with a Guildgate.
Okay. Alright, I understand.
How do you like the Guildgates?
You have to play them if you need them. You know what I mean? There's not. If you're playing an off-color, two-color deck, if you're playing a non-allied two-color deck, it's your only fixing, right?
I think it helps Michael's deck a whole lot because he needs to get that green.
Yeah.
He only runs the 4/8 duels and then the...
and like we talked about when we were talking to him about his deck, he's not necessarily trying to beat down as hard, so he can afford to lose that tempo on turn 2, or in turn 1. What happened there? Terminus? That's really good, right? They're down to 16, right? Maxx took the damage, right?
Yeah, you should have got hit by the troll and hit by the 2 life from the messenger.
Would you like an index in Maxx deck?
An index? The card index?
Yes.
I don't think so. It doesn't actually draw the card.
Right, but he looks through it a lot.
Yeah, 2 charms on top. I can't see what he kept.
I think he ran...
What did he keep? He got rid of 2 charms in the Supreme Verdict, so it must have been very good. Can you see what it is? Oh, it's another charm. All 3 charms were in that Forbidden Alchemy.
Seems good.
Well, it seems...
actually pretty terrible.
Yeah, it seems awful, because I'd rather have them actually in my deck. He's missing on land, which seems to be the big thing here. Michael is only drawing land, though, so it's a very interesting game of draw-go.
Yesterday, Maxx was running 26, and he said he was wanting to up it more, so...
Oh, his deck is... He's trying to cast 8 drops.
Yeah.
You see him cycling Azorius Charm?
The bad thing right now for Michael is his game's not going to fare too well in the long run.
No. But if Maxx never gets to, 6 mana, then...
Zach, why don't you friend me on Deckbox?
On Deckbox?
Yeah.
I don't use Deckbox anymore. I do use it for features such as this card viewer, where we look at... so just cycles.
Yeah.
Lantern. Lantern will help.
It would have.
Very good. And as we saw earlier, Michael is playing main deck, 4 main deck Abrupt Decays. Here's a 4-drop. Sorin. We talked about it earlier. It's our least favorite card in Max's deck, but it will still provide him a way to win this game.
I think the main reason it's in the
deck... how awesome is that?
Rock Lobster.
Do you want to use Rock Lobster as your tokens for your games? Go on Twitter, follow me, retweet. I'll send that crap to you.
But you could never...
Other things we've talked about. I will send it to Europe. So don't worry if you're international. Maxx remembers that we're using the thing. It's going to be very important that I remember tonight to plug that in for tomorrow. That's one of the things I'm very concerned about for safes. I don't know how we're going to handle the life totals. Because it's going to be a little bit more high profile. We're not going to be able to tell people, hey, can you keep it on this little thing?
We'll figure something out.
We'll figure something out. And if not, Applebee's. We already talked about
Yeah.
It's Plan B.
It's a Saturday. Do they have any drink specials on Saturday?
I don't know. So there's a Geralf Messenger. You cannot redirect Geralf Messenger. Loss of life. Very relevant here, because Sorin is getting very close to an ultimate. 2 more turns.
Who gets the Undying Creature?
When it goes to the graveyard, I think it goes into... What's it called? Lord of Innistrad?
Yeah, I think
Let's take a look here.
Trigger goes off before it goes out. Because I think it's kind of like...
As we see Maxx pile in with his dudes. Likely going to be a Terminus, right? Likely going to be a Terminus.
No Detention Sphere, it looks like it's in hand.
No, it's the same thing. Whatever he clearly has something where he does not care about the crackback. Abrupt Decay is going to... Oops! What did I say? Called it.
No.
Called it. Now someone's going to die, right?
Yeah.
Seems like
that should have been done beforehand.
Seems like he should have kept the...
Is he going? No, he can't.
Oh!
He even played that off really well, because he was like,
Yeah.
oh, take it. Oh, never mind. I can bounce him.
Didn't he lose 2? Isn't he at 17 because of the Abrupt Decay bringing...
He gains 2 life from the lifelink vampires.
Oh, yeah. Now he loses it.
This is
It's a foil one, too, so obviously it does double damage. No, it did. He did lose 2 life. You forgot to note it. And a Troll. And a Sever. Very good.
This is not a good place to...
I mean, Max. I still like Max's chances. He's got 5 cards in his hand. He has 6
Yeah,
mana.
I meant from Michael's standpoint.
Yeah. Just bring up Soren real quick. Oh, there's a Terminus. Seems very good. Very good.
Unless he has a Disciple and like a Thragtusk.
So, destroy up to 3 target creatures and or other planeswalkers. Return each card put into a graveyard this way to the battlefield under your control. I do not know how the timing works. We wrote something else we were going to ask JB about earlier in the night. Do you remember what that was? Angel Token?
Whether or not it populates.
Yeah.
We did get confirmation, everyone online in our chat said that the token stayed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Don't really know how that works, but I'm willing to defer to the internet. They know infinitely more than I do.
With the Soren's trigger, when I played Walker Control for a long time.
Gisela sort of means you win, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is...
Well, I'm trying to think what cards Michael has that can get rid of it. He has Sever. Lotleth Troll's not going to do it.
Scooping will.
No.
You can flashback Sever though.
Yeah, he is flashing back Sever.
But if I remember right, the Undying dies, then Soren's trigger activates, and you choose from that point. That is how I played it.
So Max is on 2 emblems now.
Yeah. So he's swinging in for 6 life a turn.
Yep. Sever, good both ways. It's exiled.
Sever exiles?
Yes.
He's at 3.
Max Turner is probably loving his newly made 4-color control deck. I think it's very fun. Max has played some very fun decks on camera.
Mm-hmm.
You should definitely go back and check them out in the... And here's a mini... There's a Jace because one Planeswalker wasn't good enough, so... What did he pick up?
Sulfur Pulse.
Okay. He needs the red, I guess, right?
Yeah, he only has 1 red source at the moment. Well, he has unlimited red source because he has the
No, the Diregraf Decay, which is a very good play.
Sever.
Would you not have killed the Soren? Because there was one opportunity that Michael had to attack, and he attacked Max instead of Soren. Oh, it didn't matter. He rifted it. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Never mind. Doesn't matter. He very well could have attacked Soren. We don't know.
Because I think that's what happened, though. I think he was going to attack Soren instead of Max, and Max bounced it.
Mm-hmm. So, what's going on here?
Max is kind of just in.
I think he's going to play Nicol Bolas, and he's just going to...
He's going to look for one. He's rendering the creature -1/-0. As I found out from Twitter this week, in unsolicited fashion, if you do not announce your delayed triggers for the Jace -1/-0 ability, it doesn't work. So, if you're playing at a high-level event, you must declare to your opponent that they are -1/-0. That is on you. I mean, it doesn't matter to us. The most high-stakes thing we play for is for rock lobsters, but for other people at states, at SCG events, and whatever.
That seems good.
Yeah, that's very good. So, get a token, draw 5 cards, gain 5 life. This is the difference between Michael's deck and most zombies decks.
Thragtusk.
The Thragtusk Disciple.
Yeah.
Yes. I like to consider that appropriate.
Someone's explaining in the chat, and I appreciate trying to teach me how to play Magic. It's very... I need a lot of help. The Geist Angel token is exiled because of the text on Geist. The populated one does not have the corresponding text from its generation, so it does not have that requirement. So, brief reset here. We've got a Soren on 4. We've got a Jace Architect of Thought just activated down to 2, which is the mini fact. Well, is he alchemying in response?
It's flashbacking for alchemy.
Yeah. No, he's taking the damage from the attack, and then alchemying in response. So Max in his hand has an island. I don't think he might have an island and a plains. Getting in for. Oh, and my life pad's dead. Tell him it's dead.
You need to put more on there.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Would you be able to see that?
Yeah, I can see it. I have a brief technical difficulty as my iPod Touches only make it through 6 rounds, apparently. But
well, we went to time almost every round, so...
Yeah, it's been a long one. Supreme Verdict. Takes out the Thragtusk token, takes out the Diregraf Ghoul. Maxx continues to live and breathe off his sweepers, upping his...
The bad part is right now, these Planeswalkers cannot win Maxx the game.
The Sorin will. The Jace will. The Jace will get him...
Factor Fiction will get it there.
Well, that, and if he ultimates Jace, like...
What's he going to get from Michael's deck that's really going to...
I don't know, any creature?
I mean...
Graf Digger.
But Michael's going to give
No,
it...
he can't get...
Or Geralf's Messenger.
He can't get that because when it dies, it'll go back to Michael.
Oh.
Liliana would work.
Jace will get Niv Mizzet, is what Scott's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about Jace's colors.
Oh, it's really helpful for a blue-red Jace.
That's another Sorin. That's useless. But, more importantly, we are up to 6 counters on Sorin. Sorin's ultimate will steal the Liliana. That's... So is he a Terminus, a land, and a Tamiyo? Obviously, Maxx takes the Tamiyo. He could give 2 rat craps about the other 2 cards, which is a technical term.
Rat craps?
Rat craps. It's a standard unit of measurement.
Maxx is trying to set the world record for number of Planeswalkers active on the battlefield.
He has clearly set the record for the highest number of Planeswalkers cast during a Lost Legion FNM stream. That's for sure.
He does not.
He casts a minimum 3 per game.
So, in this particular setting, would you do whatever you were going to do with your own Planeswalkers, Ultimate Sorin, and get your own Planeswalkers back?
And resettle?
I don't know what I would do. I think that's a very valid point.
Because
you can't activate them again, right?
Yeah.
It's like blinking Gideon with the Restoration Angel after attacking and then +2ing him. Once again, anything with an emblem works, right?
So what else is he doing?
Is it read up to?
Yeah, it's up to. So I guess he just picked one. Up to 3 target.
Creatures and or planeswalkers. So that was very interesting. I don't know. It'd be interesting to talk to Maxx after the game if he knew that was a play. And I'm not slighting Maxx. Like, that's a very, like, intrinsic play. That's a... I don't know, it's kind of under the radar kind of thing. You know?
Yeah, I'm detached from the game, so obviously I...
Yeah. Our life title's way off. But I think it is a valid point. I mean, he did steal Liliana, so he's in pretty good shape. I mean, Maxx is not going to lose this game, but
yeah,
it's still an interesting point, because against a different archetype that would have a little bit more reach or explosiveness, or if the life totals were different, it might be relative.
Or if Michael finds like a catacomb and starts milling over, a drowned yard and starts milling.
Mm-hmm. That'll buy him some time there, Thragtusk.
We are in South Charleston, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
If you're local, we'd love for you to come down and check out the shop. It's Lost Legion.
Lost Legion Games and Comics, The Rifleman, this is its sub-name, located behind the mound in South Charleston, West Virginia.
No longer on the west side.
No longer on the west side. A little sketchy over there. Moving on up to behind the mound in downtown South Charleston. It's actually a very nice area, and it is very clear that the store has benefited greatly from moving into town. So, yeah, if you're local, definitely come on and swing by. You can go to Lost Legion's website at lostlegiongames.com for more information. We see Jace offing himself, likely because Maxx has another Jace, I would imagine.
Yeah.
We see a Charm, a Verdict. Charm, Verdict, and is that the Doomblade? What's it called? Ultimate price. Yeah. So we take the price and the Charm. Bends the Verdict. Verdict goes on bottom. He forgets every time, but he does remember every time. There's another Jace.
You gonna Factor Fiction again?
He is. I think I would. I'm not sure what I would do. There's Olivia. Olivia will just win the game.
I like how he just named it too.
Well, he knows what he's going to take. Michael's no idiot. Someone's indicating FNM parties, after parties should be at the Pies and Pints. I can't argue with that.
I've still never been.
In our very first FNM stream, no, the second one,
Mm-hmm.
my wife brought me Pies and Pints leftovers. You might remember because as the round got later and later, and I started losing focus, I just started eating pizza on the microphone. So that's pretty gross. So check out those archives. But Pies and Pints is delicious. A local pizza eatery and microbrew supporter. Anyway, back to this game. So Maxx has a Liliana of the Veil that he stole from Michael, a Tameo on 7 counters, the second Jace Architect. I thought he's resolved this game. He is beating down... Oh, and another Sorin now, so he is up to 4 Planeswalkers. He is playing Super Friends if I ever saw one. Michael, on the other hand, has not had nearly the explosive start that he kind of wanted. We have talked about it earlier. We did a deck tech in round 1. He's playing more of a mid-range game. To be fair, he did draw about 4 consecutive lands about the turn 5 through 9. So
he's been doing well here. I mean, he laid down a bunch of stuff, drew some cards off of the.
He's gotten some work out of Sever the Bloodline, but unfortunately, he just doesn't have enough business to take over from Maxx. Has just got too much of a board state.
It's not the best pizza in West Virginia.
Now there's debate in the chat over whether or not Pies and Pints is technically the best pizza in West Virginia.
When you gonna take me, Zach?
Tomorrow night after States.
Boom, nailed it.
I'm not joking. We were going to go somewhere. I was just trying to decide where. So if you guys want to go to Pies and Pints with us after West Virginia States tomorrow, first come to Beckley, West Virginia.
How long are they open?
We'll see.
All night.
If not, then on Sunday.
The best pizza is definitely in Morgantown.
What is that?
Rose's Pizza has the best. Well, it used to whenever I lived up there.
Yeah, there's about 4
Have you ever been to
places up there.
Have you ever been to Lola's up there on Oakwood Road?
No. Pretty good.
It's kind of trendy. It's like it's pretty expensive, but it's good.
This is the format known as standard.
Someone asking about. One thing I will encourage both of you is that the people who are watching the stream can't see what is in the chat, so it's always a good idea to repeat the question or comment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone was asking, what format is this? This is standard. This is post-rotation standard, as Brett said. Our first tournament featuring Return to Ravnica cards. This is the top 8 of tonight's 5-round standard event. As Maxx resolves, that's a saucy one. Just take it. What? Wow. Maxx remembered that time. Why is this not... Oh, someone asking why... Oh, yeah, there's unglued tokens on there. That's how we like to start our game, with rock, paper, scissors, which you can win, but I've been over that a lot tonight.
The individual hasn't played in a few years. Return to Ravnica set just came out.
Yeah, this is the first weekend, like I said, it's the first weekend that we've had an FNM.
Rock, paper, scissors, as Hammer of Chaos just pointed out.
Hammer of Chaos is shop regular and stream participant Joe Lewis. Couldn't make it down tonight, so he's watching the stream. So we appreciate his patronage, along with those of you who we don't know. So this Olivia is just going to take over, right?
Yeah, it just pings and takes.
I don't know how much red mana he actually has.
He has a lantern now.
So he has all the red mana.
He has every red mana. As we're joined by Scotty Wright. Scotty, did you win?
I did. 2-0.
And who did you play?
Adam Vickers.
Did you try and cheat? You cheated multiple times on camera earlier.
I think I cheated.
No.
Oh, so
I'm pretty sure he can ping everything to death.
Pretty epic
with lethal with Olivia next turn.
Pretty epic play there.
I better stop playing it. He played 1 round and left. Did he lose?
So, Michael tried to get back in the game with a flashback Sever on vampires. Maxx, unfortunately, had to dissipate. Well, unfortunately for Michael, very fortunately for Maxx. So Maxx is just killing everything, blocking, Oliviaing, pinging.
They only get 2-0, right?
Yep. So he's going to gain some life. He's going to go up to 39. Michael. Michael's going to, he's going to go to 35 because he's going to lose 4 off of the 2 messenger triggers.
Do you want it?
Maxx is pinging some more stuff. We got a 5/5 Olivia now. We're going to see a Tameo emblem. Yep. We're going to see a Tameo emblem. We're going to see a Sorin emblem. We're going to see Sorin bounce to hand. We're going to see What? What just happened? We saw Soren's ultimate. He steals all the stuff. Soren goes back to Max's hands because
And Rock Swirl.
he will play him again. He will get another emblem. That will be his third emblem of the game. Meanwhile, Michael Taylor has a Thragtusk token, so he's back in it. And then Maxx plays another Jace. So we have a Jace, a Soren, a Liliana that wasn't in Max's deck when he started the rounds, a Thragtusk, 2 Geralf's Messengers, all of which he stole, an Olivia. We see Tamio coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. There's the Super Friends.
So you were asking about highlights for this week.
Yeah, but it's not really a highlight because I guess the whole last 10 minutes have been an extended highlight. I'm telling you guys, if you don't watch anything else in our YouTube archives, just go back and look for any time Maxx Turner is playing, and he will just cast Planeswalkers, and he will ultimate Planeswalkers, and he will do ridiculous stuff. Except the one time he played Joseph's Way for 19. That was also good.
Yeah.
All of these things make for good TV. And to his credit, Michael's not packing it in. He is fighting the good fight.
Sadly, I think he only is because...
Uh-oh, Liliana.
I think it's just because he's on camera.
There it is.
Just won his Liliana back.
Congratulations to Maxx Turner. Moral victory for Michael Taylor. I'm assuming that's the last round. That's the last match.
Yeah.
So that one went a little bit long.
It was worth it. That was a lot of good magic.
Yeah, I love. There's all those things are things I like to see happen on a game of Magic. Hope everyone enjoyed that. Now we're moving into the top 4. We'll see what the pairings are. We will find a match for you. Until then, we're going to take a brief break.